Here we are at Rolling Meadows. So the house sits right at this intersection, which I don't think would be a problem, but is always kind of nice to know. So we have some partial brick here and siding. And it is a cute neighborhood. Now, this home has an interesting situation. So it's a limited listing. So that means that the listing agent, so the actual real estate agent, is only basically listing the home, and all negotiations will go through the seller. A lot of sellers do that to save a little bit of money. In the long run, though, it doesn't really. But that's okay. So as I've walked through here, all the walls look in good shape. So I think it'll be a pretty easy paint job if you want to change colors. But honestly, the color is very neutral and I don't see anything needing painting like right now. This is the dining room space. It's cute. I really like this detail work here. Now, also in the entryway, you have the stairs right here, a coat closet, and then the bathroom is right here. So you have a powder room right as you come in. And it's a standard powder room, nothing too exciting, but also it's a pretty good size. Now, as you come a little bit more into the home, we have our living space with the fireplace. Now, the blinds in here, basically every blind is a little rough, but I highly doubt they're going to change those. They're all pretty beat up, but floors look really good. And then to the right is our kitchen. So the kitchen, even though this area is still open concept, the kitchen is a little bit more secluded. And that's because of this right here. So this doesn't make it quite as open and makes the kitchen seem a little bit smaller than it really is. So one thing I would do would be to take this off. Usually there's no plumbing or anything. There's just electric, which is really easy. This is actually a pretty easy fix to take off. This is a very like 90s, early 2000 thing. You see this a lot in that time period. So the cabinets, this is a really big refrigerator. And let's check out some of these doors. So pantry, not a bad pantry, not a walk-in, but not bad. And then through here we have the closet, or the garage. 2-car garage, pretty good size. It's not very deep. So it's gonna be basically the cars, and then where those trash cans are, that's all you're gonna get. Okay, as we come back in, ooh, we need a new light bulb, it's going out. Let's check out the backyard. And then we have this dining space too. So you have two areas. This to me is part of like an eat-in kitchen, even though we have this separation right here. That to me is the idea behind this. But let's go outside because the outside's pretty nice. So you're kind of fenced a little bit, not all the way, because none of these fences are yours necessarily. There's also no slab. They just have rock here. But it's a flat backyard. It's a very usable backyard. Then your neighbors. So open, very usable. It looks like there's probably a little bit of a right-of-way, which most communities have this, like that's kind of in between the homes. And we'll go upstairs. So carpet on the stairs, we've seen this before. This carpet is in good shape. It needs a little bit of a scrub, but only because people have been walking on it, I'm sure, touring. It's really not in bad shape at all. So as we come to the landing here, you can go to the left or the right. So let's start off by going to the right. So this is kind of an over the garage space with the vaulted ceilings. There is a little closet here, and there's no overhead lighting. But it's still pretty bright in here considering. We have bedroom number 1, ceiling fan, vaulted ceiling. So this is interesting. You have like a nook up there. This is also pretty common for this time period. Honestly, I don't know what the reasoning is for that. I think it's to add like texture and, you know, some sort of like to catch the eye, but it doesn't always work. Oh, this might be the primary. I think I got turned around. So stand-up shower, and then a closet space. So the closet's not very big. Shower, I mean, really, everything looks like it's in really good shape. There are some doors that need some love. I think it's just because, you know, this home has been lived in, right? Which, of course, it's not a new build. So you see some lived in things in here. But again, nothing bad, just to kind of give you a little bit of a rundown. Now that we're back at the top of the stairs, and we'll kind of make our way down the hall. Bedroom, again, no overhead lighting. Closet. Sliding door. It does not go back very far. This would be where your laundry goes. So a laundry room. And this door has been shut, but I feel like they might have had a leak or something at some point. It smells kind of musty. Another linen. Shared bath. And the final bedroom. This closet is slightly larger than the other bedroom. So some notes, great neighborhood. The home itself, you know, I don't see any leaks necessarily or anything that's really catching my eye of something to worry about. I think it needs a little bit of updating, personal touch, but I think that's going to be pretty easy because the paint is fresh in here. So if you want to change color, you can. It's also a very neutral color that if you don't want to change it, you still could. The kitchen, I think, would be my biggest concern, only because it seems a little bit smaller just because of that ledge. But it's overall great house, pretty backyard with lots of open space, pretty good price point. Yeah, definitely something to put on our list.